Let's talk about ultra-processed foods because you guys are working on a definition for that,
Yes.
which is wild that we've been talking about processed foods for so long, but we don't have
We don't have a definition. Yeah.
So how do you do that, and what are you taking into account as you're working to define this thing?
Yeah, so this is a good example of where we want to use our convening power to get public input and figure out where is there a line where we have more significant health concerns than simply processed foods, which could be as simple as taking good, healthy foods and putting them in a can.
Right, they're not all the same, right?
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's bad for you just because it's processed. I mean, cutting a cucumber could be processed, cucumber. And then there's what we call ultra processed. It's the bars you buy that look like health bars. You turn it over, and it's got 35 ingredients.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And so, how do you really describe that group of foods that we know are designed for high shelf life? We know they're loaded with chemicals. And how do we encourage people to eat more wholesome foods and natural foods and things with fiber and complex carbohydrates instead of simple carbohydrates? So that's the task, that's the charge. And so we're going to do our best to try to.
And the implications are going to be pretty significant, right? I mean, this could impact school lunches. This could impact what people on SNAP have access to, right?
Yeah, if we come up with a good definition, there could be a lot of implications of having that definition. Now, maybe we won't get it right on the first definition because there's no perfect definition.
It's new.
Yeah, that's if we're showing humility and we're being honest. There's no perfect definition. This is an attempt to try to say, here's a group of foods that's generally not as healthy as more wholesome foods, things you cook instead of buy pre-made, for example. So look, this is part of the challenge, and we're up for it. So there are implications. You can eat all the bad food you want. You can have cupcakes and ding dongs
America,
or whatever
you're
you like.
free
You're free. Yeah, you're welcome.
You're free to do bad things
you're
to
free,
your
you're
body.
welcome. You can do it. You can do it. But when we are using taxpayer dollars, we got to make better decisions and not decisions based on the old misinformation of the food pyramid.